sound insane,
to
babe.
channel my yoga voice, but also to speak really loud and clear and communicate effectively. All right, so find yourself a spot on the floor, spot on the mat.
If you don't have a mat and you just have a floor, that'll work fine. Just get comfortable, get some water, stay with us. It's gonna be feeling really good.
Feeling real good.
Yep.
All right, today we're actually gonna start on our back.
Oh, well.
So
Start
find
this way.
yourself in a shavasana, lying down.
Ah, my favorite.
Start to tune in with the breath. Don't fall asleep on me here. I like to take my feet in really close to my sacrum, knees out wide. Let those knees fall out to the side. Then just extend those arms out long, like you're taking a nice morning stretch. Take some deep breaths in here. So nice deep breath in. Think about your belly expanding up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, let it go. The belly deflates, hugs back towards the spine. The belly button goes down. One more deep breath in, filling up the belly, expanding. Maybe you reach those arms a bit more. Then exhale, let it go. Again, nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. So I always like to use the start of kind of mobility, warm up, or yoga to connect with the breath, the body, just be really present. Just anything that's consuming the mind lately, just let it fall to the wayside, outside of the yoga mat. No distractions. Be right here, right now is all that matters. Hug that left knee in towards your chest. Start to make some circles with the ankle. Still breathing, getting the body awake for movement. And then cross that left ankle on top of the right thigh, right above the right knee, and hug that right knee into your chest. Starting to open up the hips here. You can take some nice rocking side to side. Again, don't pull too hard since we're not really open in our hips yet. It's just to begin to open up. And then switching sides, let that left leg fall down onto the mat. Hug the right knee in. Left leg is really straight and strong. Make some circles with those ankles, one way and then the other way. And then bend that left leg up so that you can make a figure four by placing that right ankle on top of left thigh. And that hole that you make between your legs, you're going to hug that left knee in here. So right hand goes in the hole, left hand goes outside. Hug that shin into your chest. Still make those circles with the ankle. And settle everything back down. Just take a little bridge pose here. So press those hips up towards the ceiling. You can have your hands down. You can squeeze that mat in by pulling those hands in, or reach for the ankles. Center that left foot, extend right leg up towards the ceiling. Press those hips high, and then let that right leg fall out to the side. Exhale back down, left leg up nice and high. Extend, so press those hips up, activate through the glutes, and then left leg comes out. We'll do that one more time. So right leg extends, open, kind of make a circle if you like, and then left leg up, open. One more bridge, press those hips high, and then exhale.
That was nice.
Slowly rock up, cross those legs, and come over the knees. Find a nice child's pose. I'll return to the trap beats as we start to warm up, get a little bit more active. Take a child's pose, so knees really wide, big toes touching behind you. Extend those arms out long to the right. We did this the other week, but we're just gonna make it really dynamic. So you're gonna walk those hands back through the center, over to the left. Take a little pause, and then just repeat that about 3 more times here. And each time, think about elongating through that spine, crossing over. Let that chest come over to the left knee. Inhale back through center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale through center, over to the left. Really reach out through that right hand, and we're going to do this one more time on each side. So inhale through center, and then exhale over to the right. Reach a little bit longer through those left fingertips. Back through center one more time, over to the left. And then through center here, just walk those fingertips forward, come to puppy dog pose, let the hips come up high, chest fall through. Nice and easy though, we did some chest yesterday, so it might feel a little bit limited in the upper body. Inhale, crawl those hands forward, find a nice tabletop position, stacking wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. We always like to do wrist warm-ups here. So crucial for any kind of, when we have any kind of weight into our hands, that our wrists are warm. So start taking some circles around, slow and controlled, little baby circles to start. Again, this is the time to really tune in, check in with the body. So if you're feeling some tightness somewhere, maybe give that area a little bit more attention. One side might be more restricted, or maybe you're feeling more open. Start to make those circles a little bit longer as you let your shoulders drift over the fingertips. Spin those, the eyes of the elbows in and then spin them out and give you a little bit different sensation. Rock side to side. Then turn those fingertips out towards the edges of the mat. You guys know the drill with these if you've been following along. And then fingers pointing back towards the knees. Start to rock back towards your hips. Really try to root where the palm meets the wrist into the ground. Don't let it peel up too much. Again, slow and controlled. Don't force your body into any posture just yet. You want to be warm. Flip that right palm up towards the ceiling. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Again, you can still rock back to let that forearm stretch, and then flip the left wrist over. Remember to breathe. Don't hold any energy within the body. Release using the breath, the exhale. And then flip those palms back over, stack them right underneath the shoulders. And then rise up to the knees here. I'm going to take some kind of single arm camel poses. So you're going to press your hips through. You're going to make a circle with this right arm and then come back towards that right heel. And just hang down, let the left arm come open. Press the hips up, activate through the glutes. And come back up. And this time we're going to take out the other side. So left hand comes back towards left heel, right arm lifts up. And back up. And then just switch sides. Let's do about 3 more. Make any kind of organic movements here, but make sure you're active through the glutes. So you're protecting your lower back. Active through the tops of the thighs. Be mindful not to stretch too far. One more on each side. a tabletop position. Take a nice deep breath in. And then just curl those toes under. We're going to come back, find a nice yogi squat at the back of our mat. It can be really, really wide at first. It can be up here. Just going to start to wake up the hips a bit. So find some dynamic movements. Might mean swaying. That might mean placing one hand down, opening up through the spine. Again, you can just take some movement here, open up through the ankles. Do some little pulses. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, place those hands down, start to straighten out the legs. Generous bend in the knees. Make sure your feet about hip width distance apart. Just take some bounces here. Hands can be down on the floor. You can have them holding onto your elbows if the floor isn't accessible for you. And what we're going to do here is we're going to curl our chin up into our chest. You can really round through the back. It's going to work that anterior fascia, the back of the calves, through the hamstrings and the spine. And then just hold on to opposite elbows. And just take 10 pulses here. Think about your spine is curling into your shins, your chest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And crawl those hands forward. Come into an upward facing dog. Let those hips drop. And I like to make this really dynamic too, so I like to rock back and forth. Rock onto the outer edge of the left foot. Kind of stretch the obliques. And then rock the other way. Crossing that leg on top of one another. Take about 3 kind of repetitions on this side. On each side. Letting that hip fall, really feeling that stretch through the obliques. Alright, then come back, find upward facing dog. This time curl your toes under. Make sure you're lifting up through the knees and then press the ground away. Really stretch out through that stomach, abdomen, lift up through the chest. And then send those hips high, find downward facing dog. Take a moment here, press those hands into the mat to show you that shoulder width apart. Press the chest back, head is neutral, and start to walk out your dog. So letting one heel fall to the ground and then the other. And from here, just let those knees hover down, bend the knees, and then extend those hips high. We'll take 5 reps here, letting the knees fall, and then extending back. Ideally, you'd want your chest to be glued to your hams, your thighs, your quads. Might not be accessible for a lot of you, your compression. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Right foot is going to come outside of right hand. Pause here. Deep breath in and exhale, extend back, downward dog. You guys join us on our Saturday circuits, you kind of do this animal flow. We're just going to be repeating that same little kind of step forward 5 times on each foot. So left foot is going to come outside of left hand, hang out here, and then just come back. Bend those knees down, right hand outside, right foot outside right hand, and step back. Left foot outside, left hand, step back. Just opening up through the hips. 3 more on each side. Soft landing with the feet. Try not to step down with so much force, but control that landing. walk those feet in towards your hands. Again, take a nice generous bend with those knees. Slowly rise all the way up to standing. You guys should be a little bit warm, maybe even sweaty by now. Heel toe those feet in just slightly so there's a little bit of a sliver in between the toes and the heels. Really grip down through the feet. Start to connect with how the feet feel on the floor. A lot of times we're not even thinking about how our feet are our anchor point to the ground at all points. So it can be a lot of factors of making sure the feet are healthy for structural spinal alignment. So spread those toes nice and wide. Start to give some attention to how your feet are feeling in the floor, your knees, tuck the hips. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, extend out nice and long, gaze up, look up. Hips should be through, not splayed out. Deep breath in, and then exhale. Take a nice side bend over to the right. Let that left hip come out, point it out towards the left wall. Nice straight line, inhale through center, and then exhale over to the left. Again, we'll take 3 of these little side body twists. You can pause at the top and open up a little bit more before exhaling over to the side wall. If you want a little bit more of a challenge,
the biggest bomb.
Reach those arms about a foot apart, and then use your obliques to really hold yourself up by extending. Inhale through center, 1 more over to the right. Inhale through center, and then over to the left. Take 1 more deep breath in, maybe cactus the arms, open up through that chest. Take a nice little back bend here. Squeeze those glutes. And then exhale, forward fold. Nice bend in the knees. Plant those hands down. Step right foot back and then left. Shift all the weight forward into a chaturanga. So you're going to come over the top of your mat. Your shoulders are going to drift over a little bit. Nice plank pose, really pressing the ground away. And then lower halfway down, chaturanga. Untuck the toes, upward facing dog. Lift up through the knees, really press the tops of the feet into the mat, open up through the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more time, shift your weight all the way forward. Lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. You're going to tent up on your left fingertips here, roots down to the right hand still. And then just grab through for that right ankle. Switch sides, tent up through right fingertips, grab over the left ankle, little side body, downward facing dog twist. And then come back downward facing dog. Walk out that dog, press those hips up high. And then center both of your feet in. We're just going to cross this left leg behind the right. And take this nice little side body twist here. Hands are still rooted, so you should feel it in your left lat. And then come back through center, and then cross right leg behind left. 1 more time on each side. Left leg crosses behind right. Back through center, left crosses behind, or right crosses behind left. And back through center. Shift your weight all the way forward. And we're going to bring that right knee in to the right elbow. Shift our weight over to that left foot, and then grab for this right foot with our left hand. Try to hold yourself up here, extend through that right foot. Take a nice deep breath in, and then drop that right foot, come into a fallen triangle, lift up through that left arm. Deep breath in. And then exhale, that left hand's just gonna come down. We're gonna take a nice little twist or a push up here, and press ourselves back up. Take 2 more. Press up. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Left knee hugs in towards that left elbow here. Spin that right foot down onto the mat. Extend through that left leg. Grab onto that right foot. Just hold here. Deep breath in and exhale. Let that left foot drop down. Take a fallen triangle. Press those hips up towards the ceiling. Open up through that right hand. Deep breath in, then exhale. Just take 3 little push-ups here in this little extended fallen triangle. Whew. Curl those right toes under and then press left leg up towards the sky, 3-legged down dog. Nice work. Find a neutral downward facing dog. Center that left foot this time. Reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring it through the palms. Crescent lunge, rising up. So the left knee is really straight and strong. It's lifted off the ground. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. And then exhale, left hand comes down outside of that left foot. Right arm reaches up. Little spinal twist here. We're going to take it reverse on the other side. So right hand comes down. And then you can spin that left foot down. Reach up through that left fingertip. And then spin those right toes forward. This is going to be a little Cossack squat if you guys have joined us for a leg day or Saturday flow. You can lift up through that heel. Again, this is just to warm up. Cossack squat with that left leg extended, toes can point up. Then we're just going to take it on the other side. So a little Cossack squat on the left side. Now from here, we're going to spin our bodies towards the other side. So our left toes are facing forward. We're going to crescent lunge on this side. Reach those arms up overhead. Right leg is really straight and strong. Deep breath in, right hand comes down, spinal twist, left arm reaches up. Exhale, left hand comes down, right toes, right foot spins down, right arm lifts up, reaching. Cossack squat on this side, so right leg is extended, left leg is bent. Again, you might not be very deep. You can come up, and that's totally fine. Keeping both feet flat. Take it on to the other side. Right toes spin forward. Left hand, you're right. Crescent lunge. All right, so you guys have that down. We're going to take that in this kind of movement mobility style flow for 3 reps on each side, so you can follow along with us. So we're going to begin. For right now, just in a downward facing dog. Left foot centers, right leg lifts up. Crescent lunge through, rise up. Left hand down, right arm lifts. We're not going to hang out very long each. Left arm lifts. Cossack squat to the other side. Switch, right hand down, left arm up. Crescent. Thank you, John. Right arm lifts, left hand down, right arm lifts up. Cossack, crescent. Left hand down, right arm up. Right hand down, left. Cossack, crescent. So 2 more each side. Left hand down. Cossack, crescent. Your legs should probably be on fire by now. Right arm lifts. Right hand down, left arm. Cossack, crescent. All right, 1 more each side. I'm like, find yourself in a standing position. I hope you guys got that one. If it didn't look super clean, perfect,
That was a nice flow.
that's fine. You can incorporate that for like a little bit of a leg day, mobility, warm-up flow. It's a really good one to start working the hips open. All right, from here, root down through that left foot. Hug the right knee up into the chest. Find your balance. One focal point on the ground. We're going to open that right leg out towards the side. And then we're going to extend it back into a warrior 3. Lifting, elevating that right leg back. And then place it back down behind us. Let that right knee fall down onto the ground. Tapping down slowly. And then let that left knee drift over the left toes. Untuck the right toes behind you. Take a nice deep breath in. And then just start to extend that left leg. You can let your hips fall back towards your heels. Extend up through those left toes. Rock forward. Place those hands in between that left foot and find downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Crawl those feet in towards your hands. Rise up to standing. This time hug left knee up in towards your chest. Open out towards the left side. And start to extend that left leg back behind you. Find warrior 3. So arms extend out overhead. Left leg is really straight and strong. You can flex that foot behind you. Really reach out. And then step back, crescent lunge. Lower that left knee down. Settle in for a second. Let that right knee drift over the right toes. And then begin to straighten out that right leg. Inhale, come back, finding that lunge. Place those hands in between that right foot. And then step back, find downward facing dog. We're going to take that one more time on each side. So crawl those feet in towards your hands. Rise up to standing. Hug right knee into chest. Open it out towards the side. Extend right leg back. Warrior 3. Drop that right leg back. Find a crescent lunge. Drop right knee. Hands come down. Let that knee fall over. Extend out through left leg. Inhale, crawl forward, tuck right toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, crawl those feet towards your hands. Rise up to standing. Left toes, left knee comes into chest. Open up. You can do it without your hands if you guys are strong. Extend that left leg back. Warrior 3. Reach out. Crescent lunge. Drop that left leg back behind you. Come down to left knee. Take a nice lunge over those toes. Right leg extend straight. Let's do it one more time, because I think you guys got it now. All right, downward facing dog. One more time, crawl those feet forward to your hands, or jump and hover. Inhale, rise to stand. Right knee hugs in. Try to do it without your hands this time if you guys want to challenge. Right knee opens up. Right leg extends back. Reach out through those hands. Find a crescent lunge. Slow and controlled. Drop that right knee, untuck toes. Hands come down straight and out through that left leg. Rock forward, tuck right toes. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Crawl those feet towards your hands. Inhale, rise to stand. Left knee hugs in. Open out through that left side. Extend left leg back. Warrior 3. Drop left toes. Drop down to left knee, uncurl toes. And then extend out through that forward. Start to rock those feet over to the outer edge of your foot. Take a nice side plank here, so extend that right leg, right hand up towards the ceiling. If you guys want to, you can take tree pose in this posture, extend that right leg up towards the ceiling. Or you can take a modified side plank by coming down to that left knee. Deep breath in, and then exhale. Take a chaturanga in between just to transition. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Shift your weight all the way forward. Rock to the outer edge of that right foot. Root down through that right hand. Lift that left hand up towards the ceiling. Take a nice side plank by pressing those hips up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in, then exhale. Just drop down to a child's pose. Take some time, reconnect with the breath, the body. How is it feeling in this moment? Deep breath in. Long exhale out. Inhale, come up to a tabletop, and then just walk those hands down. Come on to your belly. We're gonna cactus our arms here, and then just let that left leg come up and back behind us. A nice little chest shoulder opener. If you guys can't reach the floor, that's okay, you can hover. And exhale, release onto the other side. We're gonna do this about 3 more times. Just to open up the shoulders a bit, the chest. If it's really hard to keep those arms bent, you can always extend them out towards a T. Might feel a little bit less pressure. Exhale onto the other side. And come back down. One more time on each side. Cactus that right arm. Let the left leg drift over. And back through center. Nice work. And from here, we're just going to extend our hands back towards our hips. And all we're going to do is lift our torso up. Really activate through those glutes. Lift up through the palms. Extend your pinkies back towards one another. And then exhale down. Next inhale, we're going to lift up through our knees. So our ankles are going to lift, our knees are going to lift, and the tops of our thighs are going to lift as well. There's bugs in here. As well as our chest. So inhale, everything lifts, but you're pressing your pelvis into the floor. Try to lift those legs a little bit higher. Lift up through the chest a little bit higher. Really active through the glutes. And then exhale back down. This time, if you guys are feeling really open, you're going to grab for your ankles. You can take locust again, or you can take bow pose. Flexing through the feet, grabbing onto your ankles, and on the inhale, everything will lift. You're thinking about kicking the ceiling with your feet by peeling yourself up off of the floor. Higher, higher, higher. Lift, lift, lift. Press into the floor with your pelvis. Deep breath in. And then exhale, release. You can windshield wiper your feet behind you. Place those hands in between your shoulder blades, armpits, and then just press yourself back up. Find tabletop pose. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Center that left foot, let the right leg come up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, stack the hips, and open up just a little bit. You can take some circles. The hips should be feeling pretty open by now. On the next exhale, you're going to bring bring that right foot in between your hands and let that left foot fall out towards the side. Find a nice warrior one, spinning that left heel down, 45-degree angle with that back foot. Pelvis is square to the front of the room, so hips are squared. Try to bring that left hip in just a little bit more. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to open up to a warrior two. So the outer edge of the left foot now is parallel to the back of the mat. Reach those fingertips nice and long. Rock those shoulder blades down away from the ears. Bend a little bit more into that right leg. Deep breath in. Flip the right palm this time. Reverse that warrior. Reach for the back of the room. Right arm reaches. And then exhale, we're going to spin the right heel up towards the ceiling. The left heel, excuse me. Find crescent lunge. Again, this time, deep breath in. Exhale, let those hands drop down. Heel toe that right foot out towards the right of the mat. Find a little dragon lizard lunge. Just start to let that right knee fall out towards the side. I like to make it a little bit dynamic by rocking or taking some little lizard push-ups here. Helps you open up through that hip a bit more. You can let that right, the inner part of that arch of the right foot open up towards the ceiling. Remember to breathe. And then root down through those hands. And if you can, step forward with that left foot to a nice little yogi squat. Second time here, maybe you're a little bit more open, you can drop down a little bit more. Just remember to remain active. And just drop those hands back behind us. Fingers can point away, and then just start to tap one knee in and then the other. Take about 5 on each side. Again, don't force your body into any position. We're just opening up here. Root down through the heels. Feet are flat. And point those fingertips towards the heels and press your chest up to a nice tabletop position. Take that 3 times, so let the hips drop down onto the mat. Take a nice deep breath in, extend that chest up, press the hips up towards the ceiling, open up through the chest. You guys might be really sore from chest day yesterday, and drop down. One more time, inhale, let everything lift, and exhale, release. You guys can cross those feet underneath you, rock all the way forward, hands root down, and step back or jump back to a chaturanga, vinyasa flow. So drop down, inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg centers this time. Lift that left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Make some circles with that left knee. Inhale and then exhale, send that left foot through the hands. Drop that right heel down onto the mat, 45-degree angle with the toes. And rise up, take a warrior one, lift up through those arms. Hips are square to the front, so right hip you're gonna have to really bring forward. Press the outer edge of the right foot into the ground. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, we're gonna open the body up to a warrior two. Hug those hips forward, drop down into that left leg, gaze out over left fingertips. Inhale, flip that left palm reverse, reach back through that left hand. right heel up towards the ceiling, taking crescent lunge again. Deep breath in, and then exhale, slowly lower those hands down onto the mat. Drop that right knee. Heel toe that left foot out towards the left side. For a little lizard lunge, you're still opening up through that hip. Let the left foot spiral up towards the ceiling. Left knee falls out towards the side. Take some lizard push-ups again on this side, just opening up. Once you feel a little bit more open through that left hip, walk those hands out just a little bit further in front of you. Curl those right toes under. We're going to step into a yogi squat from here if you can. If you have to take a lot of little hops to get there, that's okay. Drop down, yogi squat. From here, we're just going to extend those legs out, not fully completely straight. Just take some little yogi squats through a forward fold here. Just take about 5. So we're extending those legs out just a little bit in between each squat. You can use the ground to help you, or you can make a challenge by lifting those hands out in front of you. Last yogi squat, hands come behind you, and just come down onto your seat. Take some 90-90s like we do on our leg days here. So that means you're gonna make a 90-degree angle with the left leg. We'll start. So that shin should be pretty parallel to the top of the yoga mat, or 90-degree angle. Flex through that left foot. Back leg is going to be at a little bit of a cute 90 degree. If you can make it fully 90 degrees, and you guys are really open your hips, go for it. From here, you may need to assist with your hands. We're going to keep those heels rooted into the mat. Bring those knees up, and then drop opposite knee in. Lift up through those knees, heels rooted. Drop the opposite knee in. You might need to play around with it to find what best suits your body at this moment. So if you're really acute in those legs and not super 90-degree angle, that's totally fine. Whatever feels most accessible for you to get into a 90-90 sequence, all right? If you guys have done these before with us or practice BJJ or something like that, or other sport that does this, go ahead. Lift those arms up, use the core to access the windshield wiper effect. So do that 10 total, 5 on each side. Go nice and slow. I like to really open up through that end range of motion by lifting my chest up. Get a little bit more range of motion each time. Feel it in that hip. You're sweating.
It's hard.
All right. Once you've completed about 10, we're going to do 5 more on each side. This time, at the end range of the motion, you're going to try to lift up that back leg behind you. So try to lift that foot off the ground as high as you can. It's going to require a lot of glute, outer glute strength. If you guys can't lift it up, just think about mentally, energetically trying to lift that leg up and start to build that mind-muscle connection here. So it'll look like here. And then lifting, so you're going to keep that leg, knee rooted, lifting up through that back foot, switching, lift. Try to access that left glute or the glute each time. Hard for you?
I can feel that.
Again, if you can only be accessing it of a hovered position, that's okay. You want to be upright and lifting. We'll do about 5 on each side. Use your hands for assistance, that's totally fine. All right, nice work everyone. One more time, we're going to take 3 of those reverse tabletops to open up our shoulders a bit more. So plant those feet out in front of you, about shoulder or hip width distance apart. And press those hips up high, let the head fall back, open up through the chest. And then exhale back down. Inhale, lift up. Fingers are pointed towards the heels. Try to lift those hips up as high as you can. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. And then exhale, release back down. Extend those legs out long in front of you. Just tap those back of those knees down to the mat. Bend the legs pretty generously here. Inhale, reach the arms up and grab for your toes. So wherever you can at this point. If you can't even grab your toes, that's okay. You're just gonna hang out here. But for everyone else, you're gonna bend the knees. If you can have your chest extended or touching the tops of your thighs, that's perfect. You can hang out there. If you feel like you can access a little bit more, start to strengthen or lengthen out through those legs as long as you maintain contact with the top of the thigh. And then just stop whenever you experience maybe your edge. Deep breath in. Really lengthen out through the chest this time, so flatten out through the back. And then extend down one more time. Inhale, lengthen, make sure that lower back is flat. And then drop down one more time. And then release down. So keeping those legs bent and trying to maintain that compression or the chest glued to the tops of the thighs is going to protect your hamstrings from tearing at that glute hamstring insertion. Nice work. We're going to lower down onto our backs. Slow and controlled. Try to do it one vertebrae at a time. So that's going to require a lot of core strength. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully extend. Hug that right knee in towards your chest. Like we did at the very, very beginning here. Make some circles with that ankle. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more open by now. Cross that right leg over left. Let that right arm extend out. And then your gaze can go over right shoulder. Ideally, you want to keep both shoulders rooted into the mat. So that might mean this right knee has to come up a little bit higher. You can't fully extend towards the floor. Inhale back through center. Hug right knee into your chest again. And then switch sides. Left leg hugs in. Make some circles with that left ankle. And then let left knee fall over to the right side. Left arm extends straight out, perpendicular from the body. And then gaze over left shoulder. Spinal twist. This is so good for if you guys have trouble falling asleep at night, to do some of these kind of yin, really winding down sequences, postures like these spinal twists here. touch your forehead to your knees. Slowly rock back up and forth. Cross those legs. And we'll bow. Namaste.
That was great, baby.
Thank you.
Holy moly. That was great, team. Feeling good after that one.
Feeling a little loosey-goosey.